Hello everybody, this is Oro for the WPF Delta Division. This is the week 3 team builder. This is a little late for me, so I'm going to try and shoot this off right away. To start us off for this week, we have the main win con here with Lupin the Azumarill. It is obviously a belly drum liquidation with belly drum set with liquidation, aquajet, and play rough. I didn't see a need for any specific random coverage, like, you know, maybe ice spinner, knockoff, superpower for his team. The only ones that I was really considering were ice spinner and knockoff. Ice spinner allows me to more reliably hit a Gligar that won't terrestrialize, or it'll go like Terra Grass or something. But I realized that if he went Terra Water, then Play Rough is the only real option. It has a chance to miss, sure, but it has a chance to also just straight up OHKO, even Max Fizz Def Gligar with a Violate at +6. It's kind of ridiculous. Don't know what would be the worst case scenario. I guess the worst case would be that he goes for something like Terra Steel, forces me to liquidation, which doesn't have a guaranteed OHKO, but I don't honestly expect Gligar to come. I just feel like it has a hard time justifying its existence into my team. Ice Spinner knockoff was also available to hit Trevenant in case I didn't want to miss the Play Rough, but I figured Play Rough is still just the best option no matter what. Barely outspeeds min speed Trevenant, and otherwise it's just max attack. A +6 aquajet will OHKO his entire team besides Iron Bundle that haven't terrestrialized or went Terra Water, Roaring Moon, Trevenant, and like Max Fizz Def Gligar has a chance to live it, I think. Even Glow King, like a Max Fizz Def Glow King, has a chance to just outright die to aquajet, and that's ridiculous considering that, I'm just gonna click liquidation on it anyways. Moving on, we got some support for Azumarill. We got a Damp Rock, Rain Dance, Zapdos with Hurricane, Volt Switch, and Roost. The Rain Dance is nice for boosting Hurricane. It also gives Lupin basically a choice band boost on his water type moves, make aquajet actually the best move into everything. If I remember correctly, a rain boosted aquajet at +6 does 89.7% minimum to standard Roaring Moon. I think that's ridiculous. Other than that, just good support, good pivot, Hurricane, bulky, static for random physical attackers, Max Fizz Def. We got Iron Treads, which is a booster energy lead set. Earthquake, Iron Head, Rapid Spin, and Ice Spinner. Hits basically everything that I need it to. Again, it's a lead set. It's not meant to stick around, but the main things that I need to get done is I need to chip Iron Bundle below 50%, Roaring Moon below 50%, and if I can, anything else would be nice. Even chipping Trevenant would be super, super nice, so it allows aquajet to keep going. That's literally his entire role. Rapid Spin is nice in case I see lead Tinkaton, forces it to no longer, or it forces it to either pivot or just get only one layer of Stealth Rocks up. That's the idea, at least, is to lead with Iron Treads. Weavile with Choice Band, Low Kick, Ice Shard, Knockoff, Triple Axle is honestly this main thing that I'm expecting this to do would be to come in once or twice and just click Knockoff. Nothing can switch into Knockoff. Tinkaton doesn't want to, Infernape just can't. Roaring Moon is really the main one, and if it's boosted, then that is a good switch, but it has to risk the Ice Stab, which would just outright kill it, so I don't expect it to do that. If it can't come in and click Knockoff a couple times, I do have the Choice Banded Ice Shard, which is enough to chip out Roaring Moon, chip out Regieleki, random Terra Iron Bundle that doesn't resist ice. It's always going to be nice to have. We got Magnificence, the Sinistra. This is just entirely support. You see it's max special defense with a Yachi Berry. That's to avoid something like Choice Specs Blizzard or something like that. Choice Specs Ice Beam coming out from the Iron Bundle pivoted from Slowking Galar. It also lets me just click Matcha Gotcha on it. Trick Room sucks sometimes if it's something like Slowking that came in. Honestly, my best call would have been to do something like maybe I change it to something like this, but that not even that outspeeds or underspeeds Slowking. If I were to try and do that, it underspeeds Trevenant, so this is probably what I'll switch it to. But I mean, that's the main idea. Hex does a little bit of chips to everything. If I can burn anything with Matcha Gacha, that's always nice. It also just outright kills Iron Bundle if it doesn't terastallize, and if it does and it doesn't resist the move, it's like 60-something%. Trick Room allows me to always outspeed everything besides Slowking Galar at this point, and Memento is always nice if I need to pivot out into Azumarill to try and pivot or let it do its sweeping. And we have finally a Stealth Rock Komao with Dragon Tail, Drain Punch, and Thunder Punch. Max special defense to try and tank Iron Bundle with Terra Electric. Utterly walls Thunderous, so it can't do anything either. Potentially get some chip on Infernape, and the main idea is that it can just pivot out Iron Bundle or Roaring Moon in case they are booster speed or booster attack and or special attack and physical attack respectively. So that's the main idea. Let's kick it off right to the battle. Hello everybody, this is Oro for the WPF. This is week 3. We are going to be playing against Soul Blaze today. I'm relatively confident with this game. I didn't get any mocks, unfortunately. I didn't have the time for it, so we will instead be playing relatively new. He did bring a team that I was relatively expecting. I'm glad to see no Trevenant. Infernape, it's a little scary. I hope he doesn't lead with it, and I hope it's not Scarfed as well. That would be the problem. He is Terra Ice on Iron Bundle. I think we can get away with just leading with Iron Treads, potentially. At the same time, Komao looks incredibly free. It would be a problem if he links Tinkaton for Komao, Iron Treads for Infernape. I guess we lead Komao for that reason. If I do see Tinkaton, I do just go Zapdos. Infernape, I could technically do the same thing, but it's a little more risky. So let's just try Komao. I am kind of going back on my original plan here with the original Iron Treads lead. But I don't think it's necessarily a problem. I was debating between these two to begin with in the first place. So good luck to Soul Blaze. Let's have a good game. Let's see what he leads. Slow loading, of course. That is Iron Bundle. That's fine by me. He is not booster. I am going to Terra, and I can easily get away with a powerful Drain Punch here. He is Terra Ice, so I guess I can check real fast if Terra Ice is even able to hit KO, unless it's Specs. He doesn't if he's Specs, or if he isn't Specs. So I could technically get away with clicking Thunder Punch, but let's just click Drain Punch. He is going to switch out. He's gonna maybe go Hammerfall. That is obviously Tinkaton. Obviously it is gonna be Mold Breaker. I do have an Espeon in the back. It would be a little weird if he didn't bring Stealth Rock for Espeon, or Stealth Rock on Mold Breaker, Tinkaton for Espeon. Drain Punch is gonna chip this thing down a little bit because to see if it's leftovers. It's not Air Balloon, so I am glad about that. That's a lot of damage. That was a critical hit. He is going to be leftovers. He doesn't have anything really to switch into Iron Treads, so I could go that right now. I feel like I can comfortably go into Iron Treads, even if he's like max defense. Obviously, it's not going to live an Earthquake from any range. We saw that it was not Iron or booster on Iron Bundle, so we were only afraid of that if it's Scarfed. I expect to see Stealth Rocks. So what would make sense? Gonna go for knockoff, so that was a good switch by my end. He has no switch into Earthquake. It's only Cryogonal. And I can just Iron Head for Cryogonal. He might go Infernape. That would be the worst case scenario. So I suppose we do Rapid Spin actually. Because it's not likely that Tinkaton stays in. It would be bad if he is Scarfed Bundle. It would be bad if he is Booster Roaring Moon. He's not gonna want to click Hydro Pump into Iron Treads on Iron Bundle, so he might Terra, and for that case I can actually click Iron Head pretty safely, I think. He's actually gonna stay in one turn. I don't know what he's gonna be able to do to me. Maybe Encore. That would be bad. Gonna Ice Hammer. He's gonna miss. That's unfortunate. It wasn't gonna do a lot of damage to me, but it was gonna be chip. That's potentially valuable for him. Did not have to Terra with Iron Bundle, so I am very sorry about that miss. I'm definitely just gonna Earthquake now. It's very unlikely that he's able to live an Earthquake at all. And he does not have a switch in anymore, so that looks like Tinkaton's about to go down. My goal is to chip down Roaring Moon so Azumarill can potentially sweep. Already picking off the Pokemon is very nice. That does sound like Glowking. That sounds like it's gonna be Shuka. I mean, my only option really is to Earthquake. I could technically get away with switching, but I don't know who I'd go into. I expect something like Fire Punch or Fire Blast or something. If I Earthquake, there's not a likely chance that he survives unless he is Shuka. So I suppose that's just what we do. Fire and Treads goes down, that sucks, but I can kind of just go into that, I think. Don't know what he could do to Oko. Flamethrower. Doesn't, I doubt that'll Oko. Yeah. We definitely just Earthquake again. That's gonna either chip something down in the back, or it's gonna completely eliminate Glowking. My thought is he probably went this to chip it down for Bundle, so he does not have to commit to a Terra. He's gonna switch. Something's gonna get chipped bad. Gonna go to Sir Charles. That is Cryogonal. If he is like, I guess Babiri Berry, but otherwise he drops to an Iron Head. I guess he could be sashed technically. Nothing wants to switch into an Iron Head either. He's gonna go back out into Infernape, maybe? Sun Wukong is gonna be Infernape. He's gonna use Mach Punch. That's gonna definitely be the goal. I think we can go to Zapdos at this point. Iron Treads is still nice to preserve because of Glowking, because of Cryogonal. He might just be forcing me out. Either way, I think I go into Zapdos. Let's just do it on the Mach Punch that I assume will be coming out. Otherwise, you know, I got a little outplayed here for sure. I would see him potentially going for a Flare Blitz as well. He's gonna go for the Mach Punch though. So it was good reason I swapped out. Potentially Static, not Static. I am going to click Volt Switch for sure. There's no way he stays in here. Potentially he goes Roaring Moon. So let's just Volt Switch. I don't believe he'll stay in here. Although I can check that damage real fast. 383 minus 356. Gonna be 27 damage. He does swap out. He does not have a ground type. It's going to go back out into Sir Charles, which is the Cryogonal. I am going to go into Como-O here. In my opinion, this forces him to swap out, and I'm gonna glitch Stealth Rocks up. I am specially defensive, so it'd be hard for him to break through this. Very difficult. He can't Flash Cannon, obviously. Any ice move would not be super effective anymore. I don't think he has anything that he could do. He is gonna swap. Iron Bundle will not take me out. That is Slow King. I'm gonna Dragon Tail, I think. It's gonna be hard for him to damage me. I don't think he's gonna have like Earthquake or anything for me. Maybe for Clodsire, but that would just be Udris on Psyshock for that. The Terra Thunder Thunder Punch will do 26.1%. Let's just Dragon Tail, see what he does. He's gonna prepare a chillingly bad joke. He is going to not be able to resist the Dragon Tail, so let's see what he goes out into. Bundle, potentially. I don't know what I'd want to see here. I guess it doesn't really matter. Remembrance sounds like it's gonna be Roaring Moon. I think we've seen everything. We can hit the Dragon Tail. That's so nice chip. Super nice chip. It's gonna be Booster as well, so we get to remove that as long as we hit the Dragon Tail. It's gonna be Booster Speed too. When we do hit the Dragon Tail, we get to pivot out Roaring Moon, which is gonna do a decent amount of chip too. It's definitely enough for Aquajet to pick it off with Azumarill. Gonna go out into Cryogonal. I can definitely just click Thunder Punch here. Or I think even Dragon Tail would be the best move I could do here. It forces it out. He's likely to click Rapid Spin, I'd assume. Aurora Veil. Okay. Definitely bad. Not great to see. But we can definitely prevent that. So he's gonna still be able to swap out again. Let's see what he goes into here. Sun Wukong. Let's do one Drain Punch to stall this out a little bit. Flare Blitz is definitely gonna hurt, especially if it's Choice Banded, which I didn't get to check that. Gonna do a little bit less than 50. So my Drain Punch is gonna hurt this a little bit, and I'm gonna get a decent amount of healing back. He's White Herb, actually. So I'm not gonna do very much damage. Oh, I crit though. Oof, I'm so sorry about that crit, man. You were unlucky last week, and it looks like you're getting unlucky this week again. I'm so sorry. He cannot go Bundle, because I will always just hit Drain Punch. He's not gonna be able to take me out. Slow King is maybe the best thing he can go out into. Can't go Roaring Moon, can't go Iron Bundle. It's gonna go back out into Bundle. Drain Punch. It's about to do a lot of damage, and we get to check if he is Spexed or not. Gonna Drain Punch here. He's gonna go Terra Ice. I don't believe Iron Bundle, even with a Choice Specs and a Terra Ice. Ooh, he could go for Blizzard. If he's Choice Specs Blizzard, that'll hurt. It's the only way I think he'll be able to kill me, though. Yeah, Ice Beam out, so he's not gonna be able to kill me. I'm gonna do solid 30-something% here. and heal that damage. That did nothing. That's a very bulky iron bundle that I'm definitely seeing. I could try to pivot. I think we've gotten to a point where Iron Shreds is no longer very useful. So that could preserve some of Komao-O's HP at least. No, we definitely just Drain Punch again. We're gonna continue stalling out Iron Bundle a little bit. He does 170. Ooh, that's a bad freeze. That's not good, but it's okay as well, because I did crit him twice. Snow is gone. Preserving this is potentially okay. I would say we go out into Iron Treads to sack it, then we go into Sinistra, who should live a Terra Ice Ice Beam. I would even live the Choice Specs Terra Ice Blizzard, because I do have Yachi Berry with max special defense. That's going to be a free Trick Room, which will enable me to go out into Azumarill. Let's definitely just click Trick Room here. I am Yachi Berry, so he should not be able to kill me. He's gonna Ice Beam. Gonna go from 345 to 143, which means he did 60 or 59% to me. Matagacha should take it out from this range, so we're definitely just gonna click that. We obviously will outspeed. We'll outspeed anything on his team actually, besides Slowking. He's gonna go into Slowking. Potentially get a burn. Would be nice to see. We do not get a burn though. You're at 152. Slowking, Galar. Flamethrower will not take me out. Should not be possible. I am going to pivot out into Komao. I think we can pivot out into Komao. We're not likely to live the Flamethrower. But we might be immune to something. Okay, we're just gonna see Psychic Noise. It's gonna take out Komao. Sacking Treads there might not have been the best idea. The Trick Room was obviously not amazing. Because I believe this is definitely gonna be a more offensive Slowking Galar. Azumarill is gonna take far too much damage. We are gonna go into Zapdos, who should be able to live any move and click Rain Dance, I would assume. So we are gonna click Rain Dance. If he chilling's out, then we get to remove any sort of ice. But he also does not want to get out, even though it's potentially the best thing he could do. It's just gonna Flamethrower. Okay. It's not gonna do much damage at all. We are gonna get burned, which is unfortunate, but not the end of the world. Gonna get the Rain Dance up. Just means we can get a couple Hurricanes off. I might Volt Switch. We have one more turn of Trick Room. So we're gonna Volt Switch here. He's gonna, okay, exactly what I expected. I imagine he goes Bundle. We did remove the Roaring Moon's booster. It was speed, so Zapdos should be able to switch into it relatively well. That was Roaring Moon, correct? Okay. We obviously saw it was booster speed, so I think we can go Azu. I don't know if it gets anything to hit Azu that I'm necessarily afraid of. Looks like the only thing would be a burn. Let's just go Azu. Okay, so I do think we can just click Bully Drum here. I don't believe Roaring Moon's gonna be able to do anything to me. Potentially get a D-Dance up, potentially just even swap out. He's gonna knock off rid of my Citrus, but I am put into range. I think it's a little bit of a bad crit, almost put me out of range. But we are just gonna get my Belly Drum up here. Me right at 32. And I don't believe he has anything any longer that can survive this Pokemon. He would have to have some sort of priority, which I don't think anything does besides bundle with Aqua Jet, maybe? Iron Bundle. Does not even get Aqua Jet. I think we do have a pretty safe end game now. Cryo obviously can't come out to set up more Aurora Veil. Iron Bundle's gonna go down. Slowking goes down to any liquidation. Technically it goes down to the Aqua Jet too. Especially if it's not max Phys Def, which I don't believe it is. That's gonna be Bundle again. We are just gonna Aqua Jet on the Bundle. I don't think it gets any sort of hazard. Let me double check. Or priority, I mean. It does not. So we can just Aqua Jet. Bundle. Technically, the crit, I guess, definitely didn't matter. You can go Slowking, who I could risk going for the liquidation on, which I might have to, but also I refuse to believe he's going to be very fast. He'd have to invest a lot to even outspeed. So we just liquidation here. We are going to remove the Slowking with liquidation. And Cryogonal will go down to the next Aqua Jet. Very clean game for Azumarill, another sweep I'm very proud of. But obviously there was so much bad luck as well. I mean, I got froze. I crit him technically 3 times. The one of them just didn't matter. And Aqua Jet's gonna pick off the final KO on Cryogonal, giving me a 4-0 victory. I'm so sorry, Soul Blaze, for all the bad luck. That was not fun to see. Infernape getting taken away definitely didn't help. Tinkaton taking all that extra chip meant that, you know, what didn't serve as much, even with the leftovers. So it put me in a much more favorable position. I am so sorry about that. I hope the freeze made you feel like it counteracted a little bit, but I appreciate the game. That was a lot of fun. I'm glad Azumarill put in a lot of work because I thought it would have, and you know, I like that extra validation. My team definitely could have used some work, I think. Obviously, Trick Room on Sinistcha almost put me in a pretty disastrous position there. Although I don't believe the Psychic Noise would have killed. Now that I think about it, I could have always just clicked Hex or maybe even Memento to ease that on. Maybe not necessary to sack the Como is what I'm saying, but I like this team a lot. The Dragon Tail put in a lot of work removing Roaring Moon. thank you for the games. If you guys all liked, please hit the like button, subscribe, and stick around for more. We got more Draft League coming up. Bye-bye.